Hey, welcome back, my Seahawk lovers, and welcome back, my Seahawk haters. I know who you are. Anyway, so we're going to do a couple updates to this schedule, my predictions with the win-loss column on this one. I think we're gonna change it up a little bit. Um, I have a new camera. It moves with me. Check that out. So the reason I bring that up is because right here it's a W and a W. Keep that in mind. All right, starting off quick. Week 1 against San Francisco 49ers at home. Man, if you look at the depth chart on the Niners roster right now and the injuries, it's like week 12. So that's staying a dub. That is absolutely going to be a win. We're coming in hot. Week 2 away Steelers. I should be at this game. So it's hard for me to say L. I'm going to go win. Saints, Spencer Rattler at home. The 12s, not going to happen. Dub. We're starting off 3-0. Week 4, Arizona Cardinals. You guys, I think, are going to do a lot better this season. But, you know what? This is where reality kind of sets in. We're going to be away. Yeah, we're going to put that as a big ol' L. That's a terrible thickness. Hold on, let me change that. That's better. If we're going to lose, we got to make it look good. All right. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're going to come to us at home in Seattle. Baker Mayfield. Chris Godwin should be back by week 5. I think he's only going to miss 1 week. Actually, it kind of looks like he might be good to go. But Mike Evans, Kate Otten, Bucky Irving, that's going to be our biggest test, and I think we're going to lose. So we're going to go 3-2. Away, Jacksonville, we're going to run them over. Sorry, dub right there. Texans at home. Still think that's going to be a hard one. Still think that one's going to be a loss. Week 8 bye. So we're going into the bye 4-3. So not great, not ideal, but highly realistic. Coming out of our bye, Commanders. I have that as a loss. I love what the Commanders are doing. I do, however, feel coming off of a bye, coming off of losing prior to the bye, I think that as the underdog, Seattle is coming in with the dub. I think we are going to underdog, take that away, and it's going to be our one surprise of the season. Great game. I'm really hoping for it. At home, Arizona. You guys had our number when we were away back in September, but however, can injuries, can our players stay healthy? Can your players stay healthy? I think that what we're going to have here is a great game, but I do think we're going to take that. I think we're just going to even it out. I don't think there's going to be a sweep. Rams. Our first meeting with the Rams is away mid-November. I still have that as a loss. I still think that's going to be a tough game. That's going to be Cooper Kupp coming home to where he, like, just his career was really cemented. I think that's going to be an emotional game for him. I really hope that LA welcomes him back, but I do think it's going to be a loss for him and our Seattle Seahawks. All right. Going up against the Titans, we have in week 11. That's staying a win. I'm sorry, Cam Ward. Looks like you're going to have a decent year. Probably like 2,500 yards passing, but for a rookie, I think that's pretty solid. I'm guessing probably around 17 to 20 touchdowns. Um, I'm going to guess you throw 1 touchdown against us. But our defense is stout, man. Good luck. All right. Now, the Vikings. Um, we're at home. I put that as a loss. I don't know why I put that as a loss. I think that what's his name? Vikings QB. Drawing a blank. JJ McCarthy. I don't think JJ McCarthy's going to be that hot. I think he might have a decent season, but I don't think it's going to be that ideal. Sam Darnold with the 12s behind his back from the team that gave up on him. And I say gave up because they traded him away, and don't I don't feel strongly about that. He had such a great year with them. However, I do know you had to move on and go with your, I think, first round pick from last year. But I do believe that's going to change over to a dub, and we're going to take that. Falcons. There's always the one. You Seahawks fans know what I'm talking about. Seattle always loses one that they should have won. This is staying that one. We're gonna mess it up, man. We always do. One game a year. Last year it was the Giants. If we just put our foot down the throat of the freaking Giants, we would have been not fighting with the Rams for the first spot in the NFC West. So we lost for a tiebreaker. If we had just won that game, yeah, I'm salty. All right, Colts at home. It's gonna be a dub. Colts aren't getting more than like 5 wins this year. Rams at home, probably going to be a playoff hype game. That's going to be one of the last divisional rivalry games we're going to see. Um, at home, Seattle, the 12s, they get hyped that time of year, man. So we're going to go ahead and keep that a dub. I think Cooper Kupp is going to have his redemption at home with the 12s with a new fan base behind him. So we'll see how that goes. Panthers, week 17, that's going to be a dub. Panthers, they can be a surprising team. We tend to struggle sometimes against should win teams. That's why we're losing against the Falcons. Um, However, week 18, San Francisco, you guys are already acting like it's week 12 with your roster, with your injury. We're going to play you the first week. We're going to play you the last week. Nothing's going to change. We're going to railroad you guys. So, there you have it. I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know how you feel. Let me know if you love it, you hate it. I'm sure there's some people that are going to be like, oh, you're going to win against the Commanders and the Vikings? Not going to happen. Bring it on. Let's see what happens. All right. We're going 12-5 this year. Let's do it. All right. Love y'all. Kodiak out. Peace.